Hi, I'm Bob Peck, and I'm only one. I grew up in a neighborhood with a lot of graffiti art around it. Lower west side of Cleveland, mid-1980s. There was just graffiti everywhere, back alleys and sides of buildings, and I'd see it walking around, and I was just like fascinated by it because I was an artist already, but the size and scale of a graffiti piece was amazing. And then eventually I started tagging along with some of the graffiti guys, and they took me under their wing and showed me what it was all about. What inspires me? I don't know, I guess the day-to-day, man. You know, I take a lot of my movement and lines and images that appear in my work just from everything I see. You know, stuff I'm seeing here today will probably end up in a painting next week sometime, I'm sure. The influences, you know, it's everything from artists out there doing their thing these days. You know, the younger generations, I like watching them. I'm on this one website called 12ounceprofit.com, and I help moderate that site, so I get to see a lot of what's going on around the world with you know, guys that have only been painting for a few years that are still hungry for it. And again, you know, I think just the stuff that you see in passing, meeting some old guy that's got a good story to tell from, you know, decades and decades ago about his life, you know. So a little bit of everything, really, you know. Who's my biggest supporter? I would probably say my girlfriend Amy. She puts up with all my crap that goes along with this kind of life of going to countless gallery shows and standing around schmoozing while drinking warm beer and you know, spending hours at a time at live events painting and just hanging out with me. What am I most proud of? You know, I just got something in Tri-C's new culinary school downtown. And it's an 8-foot by 25-foot mural reproduction of one of my paintings. So they just blew it up digitally, and it's on an elevated wall that goes into a new restaurant. And you can see it right from Euclid Avenue. So that's one of my better ones, I think. Next goal is probably to start getting my work out more nationally and then eventually internationally. And I think it'll feel pretty neat. I've got a couple websites that you can check out. For right now, you can go to dripbook.com/Bob_Peck. And then in the next few weeks, I should have my actual website up. It's going to be wakemewhenimprofound.com. I got a gallery show coming up at We Gallery on July 16th here in Akron. It's a solo show, and it's called The Elephant in the Room. I'm sure you look it up online. If you check out my Facebook page, it's facebook.com/wakemewhenimprofound. You can find out more info about that as well. Sometimes I fuel my paintings from anger or frustration. Even though a lot of my stuff looks kind of happy and bright and colorful, I like to take the day-to-day stress and you know, exert that out into my work. So yeah, really, it's a lot of just what I'm feeling in the day.
It's been a while, but you still look good to me, and I can tell you appreciate a good MC.
Done stuff for on-site at the Graffiti games a couple years when they were in Cleveland. Done work at and for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Done stuff for Red Bull on various locations for them. Just about everywhere, really. I've got my roots planted pretty firmly in Cleveland, so there's a lot of my artwork that's popped up around there over the last 10 years, and I plan to keep kind of spreading outwards from there. I've been doing abstract, I guess, officially now for about 9 or 10 years. It grew from my graffiti work. I originally was painting graffiti canvases, as well as painting out in the city, and I would always do the background colors first. And you know, one day I stopped before I put the graffiti piece on, and I just saw the background, and I was like, this looks great. And I couldn't paint anything, I couldn't do it, I couldn't add anything else to it. So I did that one, threw it aside, tried another one, same thing, and I had all these just colorful patches of patterns on canvas, and that was the start of my abstract right there. I look at my stuff from 20 years ago and I laugh. When I was a teenager, that's the biggest thing. When I was a teenager, I thought I was at the best point I could be, and that was where that whole ego thing came into play and learning how to curb that, because it was like, you look back and you see that I was just, I was nowhere where I should have been. or where I am now, I should say. And I still know I've got a long way to go. You know, I feel like I'm only like, if at best, halfway to where I want to be in terms of technical ability and everything. So. Restoring vintage bikes, road bikes and BMX bikes, so I cruise around on those a lot. As you can see, I'm an advocate of tattoos, so I like to collect tattoos as well. Really, that's the two biggest things. I'm a simple man: paint and bikes and tattoos, man. Memorable responses. I tell you, my favorite one. It's actually why my show is named The Elephant in the Room. My solo show that's coming up. I love, I get a lot of compliments on my work, and I feel like it's pretty worthy of most of the compliments I get. But I actually like the criticisms more because it helps fuel like the next step of my work. So I get a lot of people that go, oh, anybody can do that, or my fifth grader can draw better than my abstract work, because they don't get abstract. I had some of my work recently at a show, and one of the responses that got back to me was an elephant could do that. And everybody was nervous about telling me that one, and I cracked up. I thought it was hilarious, So the title of my show is The Elephant in the Room, to kind of tongue-in-cheek off of that one and throw it back at them. I guess the place of my art in society is just to kind of get in your face, I like having work where it's like really out there in the public eye, I have stories to tell, but I don't tell them with my art, I'd rather just vocalize those, so I just want my art to maybe brighten up a boring, street corner, is really what it comes down to, whether it's graffiti or abstract. Ultimate dream project. Well, I'm afraid of heights, so it couldn't be too big vertically. I guess, just something really high profile would be fun. I mean, maybe get some artwork like in the White House or something one day would be awesome. I know there's a few artists that have done that recently. So yeah, something like that would be pretty cool. My solo show, it's called The Elephant in the Room. It's at We Gallery in Akron, July 16th from 6 to 9 p.m.